guys joining us on the channel for another one here. If you've been liking these Wednesday evening 6 o'clock release times, if you wouldn't mind hitting that subscribe button below, we would greatly appreciate it. We plan to continue that schedule all the way through deer season. So today I'm going to be talking about my mobile hunting setup. Mobile hunting has been a pretty popular trend here over the last 5 or 6 years. I believe I started really getting aggressive with my hunting back in 2020 and have found some pretty good results since then. So we'll run through my setup here. If you're new to it, hopefully maybe this can help you out. And I'm still learning a lot too, so if you wouldn't mind dropping a comment if you have something that you disagree with or think I could do better, feel free to do that. So starting off here, I obviously have the Beast stand. I feel like right now in the mobile hunting realm, you're pretty much a part of one of two camps, and that's either the Lone Wolf Custom Gear camp or the Beast hunting camp. I think both are great products developed by great people with very intelligent hunting minds. So I don't know that you can go wrong either way. I tend to lean towards products that are maybe a little less popular in my area. I don't like to be like other people, so I know a lot of people that run the Lone Wolf gear, so I naturally gravitated towards the Beast stand. So I purchased this before last season, so I have a full season under my belt, and again, I really enjoyed using it and looking forward to using it again this year. So I run 4 sticks with it. I believe you can run as many as you want. They make different rods for the attachment for the stand, so you'll definitely want to keep that in mind. Depending on how many stands you choose to buy, you'll have to get a different length rod, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. But I run a fanny pack system on my stand. I use the seat and the sticks as basically a shelf, and I sit that fanny pack just right on there, and then I'll clip it in the back here, and then also use a gear tie to hold it into place. So this is just an Alps Outdoors fanny system. I bought this at our local Dunham's. You can get them online, you can get them at Dunham's. So really like this. I've learned, just like a lot of mobile hunters, that the longer you do it, the lighter you end up going. I used to carry backpack in and the whole nine, but each year I try to get lighter and lighter, try to be a little more efficient. So we'll get into what's in my fanny and then a little bit about how I pack in and climb the tree. So once I get to the tree that I'm going to hunt, I set my stand down just like this, and I have 2 black gear ties. They're probably hard to see, but right up top here, I'll take those off. I'm going to end up using these once I climb the tree, but these also, they come in handy for all kinds of stuff. If you don't take gear ties to the woods with you, I personally think you're missing out. I use them for all kinds of different odds and ends things. So that leaves me then with my orange gear tie here. I'll unstrap, that's what's helping hold my fanny on, and this one I'll just kind of bunch up and leave it attached to my fanny pack at all times. Unclip it in the back here, and it's ready to take off, and I just set it on the ground next to me for the time being. So that'll go right there. Now I have my sticks sitting on the seat there, and again, I mentioned a little earlier, this rod is what's holding them in place. It drops right down through the sticks and screws into the stand, which I really like. Everything's on there rock solid. I really like that system. So I have an aider on here as well. I just kind of loop that up, kind of get it out of the way. That way it's not clipping on trees while I'm walking in, but I'll take that off. That's going to end up being the first stick that I put up, and I'll just start unscrewing the sticks here. So that just takes a second. You'll notice too, I have all of my sticks stealth stripped, and as well as most of my stand. That's one thing about the Beast stand. I can't speak for the Lone Wolf Custom Gear, but the Beast stand, it's just really loud, really clanky, so you're going to want to get some stealth strips to help dampen the noise a little bit. So get that out there. This I end up just leaving at the base of my tree. That way once I come down, I know right where it's laying. I know a lot of guys talk about they lose these, so they'll order a bunch of them. I haven't lost it yet, but like I said, I make it a point just to lay it right at the base of the tree, so I know when I come down it's there waiting for me. I'll get the sticks off here. Set those over here. So just my stand sitting here now. Again, super lightweight. I don't really remember the exact weight, but I mean, you hardly even know it's on your back. I have muddy tree stand straps on right now. Looking to upgrade these eventually, but I'm hunting a lot of medium-sized chunks, so I don't walk probably more than a mile in most of the time, and usually less. So this is fine for kind of the hunting that I'm doing around here. And then I just run 1 strap on my stand. My entire life I've run 2 until last season. I was a little hesitant, a little worried, but no problems with it whatsoever. Never had my stand slip, not even one time, and you're saving a little bit on weight as well. So I recommend just using one strap up top, and you'll be fine. So the stand, then I'll sit over here, talk a little bit about what's in my pack, and then the stick system as well. So I end up setting this pack in front of me, unclipping here. On my side pouches, I have a container for milkweed, checking the wind, keep that over there. On this side, I have my headlamp, which obviously if I'm walking in for an evening hunt, I keep it in here until I walk out. If I'm walking in for a morning hunt, it's probably on my head, and then I'll put it in here once I'm set up. And then I usually keep a small roll of toilet paper in the side pouch. Desperate times call for desperate measures. You never know when you might need that. And I get a lot of nosebleeds too, so that helps me clean up a little bit. So that's what I have in the side pouches there. In the main pouch here, I actually keep the straps for my sticks. I know most guys keep them wrapped around the stick. I've just found I end up getting all tangled. They're clanking on stuff. So I really like just keeping them in my pouch, and then when I get to my stand, I set them right by my sticks, and before I go up, I'm obviously going to get those all set up and ready to go. Keep a water usually in the main pouch, got to stay hydrated, and then I'll have my license and my tag in there as well. I like to keep that somewhere that I know I will always have it, and I will always have this pack on all of my hunts, so that's where that goes. And then in the front pouch here, I usually have my rangefinder, and then I keep a pull-up rope, which again, will end up going right over here with my sticks. I'm going to use that obviously when I go up. Keep a grunt tube, and then I have a small bow hanger. Again, you try to get lighter and lighter, it seems like the more you do this. And I keep a ton of these little screw-in pegs. I'm hunting mostly private land. On public you can't use these, but these come in handy for all kinds of different stuff. And then you pair these with the gear ties. You'll never climb up and have an issue putting anything anywhere. So love these little guys. Every season I go buy like 10 or 15 of them just to make sure I have them. So that is what is in my fanny pack. Again, I try to go pretty lightweight, and I can see myself in coming years here going even lighter. I will say too, this is my hunting setup. If I'm filming, things change a little bit, obviously having some camera gear. But most of the time we try to hunt together. I'm either with Jake or my dad or with Corey or with Easton. So they're usually carrying the camera in, and then this is what I'm carrying in a hunt. Obviously I'll have my bow too. So that'll end up going up the tree with me. Obviously when I decide to climb the tree, my stand goes on my back. My first stick with the aider, as I mentioned, will go right on the tree. And then where the two black gear ties come into play is I will put one on either hip attached to my safety harness with sticks on each side. And then that last stick, I'll climb the first one, put that on the tree, and then as I go up, I'll take a stick off, put those on, and then end up hanging the stand. Sometimes I'll come down to get my fanny pack. Other times I'll rig it up so I only have to go one time. Honestly, it usually depends on how I'm feeling and the temperature. If it's really hot, I like to only go up one time. If it's colder out, I don't mind coming down once and getting situated and going from there. Obviously, I'll have my pole rope hooked up as well so I can pull my bow up when I get there. But that's what I've been running. Again, I've had good luck with it, really enjoy it. Again, I don't know everything, so if you guys want to drop a comment, think there's something I could be a little more efficient with, I'd be happy to hear it. And same side of that, or I guess the other side of that coin would be if you have questions about this setup, if you're new to this thing, shoot us a message. We'd be happy to talk to you about it. Easton is going to be running this same setup this year when he's not running his saddle. So yeah, we're excited for the upcoming season. We appreciate you guys checking out the channel and checking out this video. Hopefully it can help someone out there, and we'll see you next Wednesday at 6 o'clock.